And hello, folks. It is I, Kamikaze, here to bring you a random game called Bad Faith. It's a game that came off of Itch, and so that's all I know, really. I kind of follow a link and hit download when people make suggestions of stuff for the most part. Good morning, fellow board members. As you may surmise, I am the lead doctor for the new Fit treatment account. The one concerning the small child on Friday. What the fuck happened, Doctor? Let me explain, sir. I know this is a major issue, as I have seen it firsthand, and as board members of the company that hired you, we have the right to know. What does it mean for our company? Are we liable? How are we going to explain this to our investors? The public? Members, please, let her talk. Doctor, you have the floor. Too many voices, not going to change it. I assume you will talk about your case summary, Doctor? Please continue. We are waiting for your answer. Yes, thank you, sir. Please let me start now. Oh, wait, wasn't this about some kind of diet? Or something? Nurse, is the boy comfortable? The boy's comfortable on the scanner bed. I can start when you're ready, Doc. Excellent. Scan now. Beep beep bop boop. Scanning now, Doc. Hear that puppy purr. Just looking up. It better. It cost this clinic millions. It's been weeks, hasn't it? About 4 weeks now. The mother says the boy's been doing his treatments. Yeah, well... Another note, nurse. Yes? Cats purr, not dogs. Thanks, Doc. Can always count on you. Scanning's done. Thank you, nurse. Bring up the scan now. Unfortunately, it's as I had expected. The child's filled with meat. Meat and organs. He doesn't need those. Have them removed. Nurse. Scalpel. No change? He gained back the pound he lost. Most likely water weight, too. Mom claims she's been closely monitoring him, but so far the boy's lost no weight. It's a parasitic organism inside of him. Do you think there's any hope for him? Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. You know what? Let's just go bad. Pessimistic. I'll be honest, it doesn't look good for our poor kid. The boy's struggled with weight for years, and not much seems to budge him. I've had a bad feeling that even our treatment may not do much for him. Well, that sucks. We've never failed a patient before. On the bright side, maybe our failure will reveal new things we can study. You're always looking on the bright side of life, aren't you, Doc? I know that was sarcastic. So, what are you going to tell the mom? Well, she's definitely not going to be happy with what I say to her, poor kid. I hope she doesn't chew him out for another week of this. Godspeed, then. Doctor, have you news about my boy? I do, ma'am, and I'll be frank with you, the scans show no change. I see. My team and I are currently working through a study with our boy about what may be happening. However, this has gone further than we had anticipated. Is that so? Treatment usually shows results starting the second week, and it seems like your son is either usually slow to respond or may not be benefiting from the treatment at all. So, what now? Well, the treatment for weight loss has not failed before, so this is something quite unusual. But doctor, we do believe some of it may be that your son's biology is reacting slower than usual to the treatment. Doctor, please. However, if you do not think this is sufficiently beneficial to your son's overall health, I would understand if you would like me to suggest alternative clinics for you. Doctor, listen to me! I have tried everything. Every diet, every fad, every book, every treatment. My son has failed in every single venture. It's only gotten worse over the years. Do you know what I feel like when I bring him out in public? when others look at him and then look at the mother responsible for him? Why she's a bad mom. Shame, guilt, failure. You are my last hope, Doctor. You and your clinic. I cannot guarantee progress. I feel powerless to save my son from this hell. Look at him. I can't even face it sometimes. I'm sorry, Doctor. I feel hopeless throughout. It does seem somehow this is all my fault. Obesity is a complex health issue, and nutritional science is still frequently updating. I guess all that's left is to pray to God, right? Pray that fat away. We will find a way to help your son soon. Sure, Doctor. Let's try another week of this treatment to see if it bears any results. Find out the child has an alien inside. 1 week later. I just need those mice from Babe to show up. Is the boy comfortable? He's all set up. Should I scan now? Yes, initiate the scan, please. Beep bop boop. What do you think about the boy's mom, Doctor? She's a bitch. This doesn't leave this room, but I feel kind of sorry for the kid. The mom is overbearing. It's good that we're trying to get her son to be a little bit healthier, but I just don't like it when it comes from a bad place. Thank God you feel it too, Doc. I hope we're wrong, though. Maybe we're assuming too much. Beep! That was a loud beep. Scan's done. No, wait, no, that was my microwave dinner. Sorry, let me get my burrito. As expected, nothing has changed. Now, wait a second. There's been a significant shift of weight. 5 pounds down? 5 pounds down? Are you kidding me? Do a rescan, but if this is correct, the treatment seems to be working. But the treatment has never made anyone lose 5 pounds in a week before. Other vitals seem perfectly healthy. It may simply be a weird anomaly. I'm going to run a few more tests, but if this is correct, we'll see a skinnier kid in no time. I have some excellent news. Your son has lost 5 pounds. I charged him 5 pounds in America. Ma'am? Yes, that's great. What does that mean? It means he lost weight. Dumb poop. He surpassed any patient's weekly loss under the treatment, and his vitals seem to be perfectly healthy. We're still researching on how our treatment may have resulted in this phenomenon, but I think we are finally making great progress. Of course, Doctor. Thank the Lord for granting us this small bit of hope. It wasn't the Lord, it was me, the doctor! Whoosh. It's times like this that my faith is rewarded. I'm about ready to throw you out this 3-story window, lady. We'll continue treatment into the next week. If this continues, we'll see a healthier boy. My son, handsome, soon enough. Just because he loses weight doesn't mean he's going to become handsome. I've seen people lose 200 pounds, and it did not improve their looks at all. Their physique, maybe, but their face? My brother would be one of them. No, I'm kidding. My brother hasn't lost any weight. Yeah, that's right. I'm insulting my brother. Not like he watches my content anyway. He's ugly up and down and inside out. The next week. Is the boy comfortable? I guess. A bit nervous as usual, maybe. Start the scan. So what will happen this... what the hell happened last time? Nothing for weeks, then all of a sudden 5 pounds? We spent more time putting together a hypothesis about it. So far, the working hypothesis is that the treatment must have lagged against some kind of fat buildup and then kind of gave way last week. Must have had one massive poop. That's good. It certainly could be. If it means weight loss normalizes, otherwise, if he starts to lose weight continuously at that rate, we'll have to stop treatment. It's kind of freaky. Scan's complete, Doc. Dot matrix printer. Well, now would you look at that? 2.5 pounds. What a relief. I guess our hypothesis must be correct. I guess it's just smooth sailing from here, right? One hopes. Only 2.5 pounds? Oh, calm down, lady. It's optimal news, ma'am. That means that we're keeping a steady pace for your son's weight loss. Maybe for you, Doctor, but I'm expecting different. Or maybe I shouldn't have. The frickin' hell is your problem, lady? Would you be able to clarify what you mean, ma'am? After the news last week, I had slowed my prayers. But the Lord is testing me, and this is my punishment for not sticking to my faith. Oh, shove your faith where the sun don't shine. I'd rather question her. I'm not going to comfort her. Her blind faith. Oh, it was the Lord's work! Not the drugs, the medical knowledge, and the years of research into losing weight at a phenomenal rate. It was the Lord who bestowed it upon them. Then you could have just done it at home. The treatment is supposed to shave a couple pounds a week. This shows everything has normalized optimally. Why should we be pushing for more weight loss? God has no limit. He will give you everything you can take. If I lessen my faith in him, that sends the message that even though I received his gift of love, I am thankless. I don't mean offense, Doctor. I know now that the fault isn't on you for this poor result. It's on me. I know what I must do. Ha 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 ha. Or whatever belief this lady has. Let's just stick to the treatment. I really suggest you do not change the boy's lifestyle at this moment. I would never do anything to question my faith in him. Your son, or I'll see you next week, Doctor. God, I hate this mother with a frying pan passion. This traffic is killing me. Literally, I've been hit by a car. Hello? Doc, where the hell are you? Sorry, I'm really late. Traffic's been a pain. I'm still driving to the clinic. Well, drive on the shoulder or something. This kid just came in and he's grown extra tentacles. Extra tentacles? He had tentacles before? Didn't you notice? He was a squid. Slow down. Why are you screaming? What happened? You gotta look at this. I started the scan just now. This is fucked up. I don't know what's happening. I'm on my way. Please get me the scan as soon as possible. Up on the sidewalk. Take out good old Santa Claus. How can this happen? I don't know. Is this normal? Have you heard of anyone losing 20 pounds in a week? I mean, liposuction, right? I read about mixed martial arts competitors doing it to reach a certain weight class before a fight, but they're intense in extreme cases. You wouldn't be able to do that unless you had a team of sports specialists. Even with that, you need to be a build capable of it, which this boy doesn't have. This is bad, right? Please prove me wrong here. I'm checking the vitals, but I don't see anything wrong. Everything is in working order. I can't find anything that could show any signs of neglect or injury. I guess you're proving me wrong? I'm going to stop treatment now, but continue monitoring. We'll talk to the mom soon. Ma'am? Dot, dot, dot. Ellipses. Ma'am! Oh, doctor, I didn't see you there. Do you see that? My boy, he's becoming more and more handsome by the minute. Not to alarm you, but the results is beyond expectations. God will always surpass expectations, doctor. I'm gonna question her, because this is scary, as in, do we need to get CPS? Is that it? Child Protective Services involved? This is an extreme amount of weight loss, I told you last week, and I need to ask again, have you changed his diet or his lifestyle in any way? Are you implying that I'm starving my beloved child, doctor? I am powerless to do so. I have been powerless for so long. It is in God's hands now to make my son handsome. 20 pounds is just... If I'm doing something in error, please point it out to me. Tell me if I'm starving him. Tell me if I'm questioning my faith and cheating. Ma'am. Otherwise, I suggest you stick to being a doctor and not my son's parent. It's true that we have found nothing wrong with his vitals at this point. However, I'm stopping treatment, but continuing our monitoring of the situation for now. Do what you must. It's not like the treatment was the solution after all. Like, what am I paying you for? The very next week. I'm still trying to find a good spot to put this microphone. And then I'll get, like, hopefully the preamp that will help me increase the quality without peaking the mic. Is the boy comfortable? I, is the boy comfortable, nurse? Yes, doc. Please begin scanning. Comes back as a stick figure. Ellipsis. Ellipses. You don't even need to scan. It's imperative. The team must know. I want to know. There you go, Doctor. You happy? Print it out. I want to hold it myself. Like a rare Pokemon card, first edition Charizard. From the base set. Why isn't this holographic? He's off obesity markers. He's basically 10 to 15 pounds away from leaving even the overweight status. Please tell me that you actually stopped the treatment last week. I did. Maybe he has some kind of super gene. Maybe the treatment is making him lose everything super fast. I can definitely check his records again, but nothing indicates this child would be any different from the others people we've treated. Vitals show no sign of damage. However, what? His body cavity is shrinking? Like his fat is being sucked out, compressing his frame inwards. What? Like a Capri Sun packet? That's a crude way to describe this, but yes. If the treatment isn't the reason this is happening, then it must be God. Looks like we'll need to form a new hypothesis. Doc, can I ask you something? Yes? Please promise me that to get that kid away from that mom. I'm scared of what's happening. I will speak to her now. I'm putting him in a compression chamber and shrinking him down. Somehow that's making him lose weight. Technically not possible, but still. Ellipses. Doctor, do you see my son? I do, ma'am. Do you see how close he is to being handsome? Ma'am, I suggest that we begin frequent monitoring of your son around the clock. We have a bed here at the clinic. We suggest that you do not bring him back home. I understand your concern. God's light scares the unbelievers. But when you open your eyes, Doctor, you too will see the light. And one I feared on my journey here. The one I feared on my journey here. One to bestow on my son. I'm going to protest. Absolutely. I was like debating like if I was going to do a good path or a bad path. Right now, I'm against this totally. Ma'am, I have respected your religious beliefs up to this point, but the kid needs the full monitoring of our clinic 24/7. I forgot the voice. Sorry. Something is very wrong here, and your viewpoint of your God needs to stay out of our way. I've already told you, I am powerless. Do what you will with my son. He will soon be handsome in his image. Well, Cthulhu in the back. See the scans? We're so close, sweetie. You will be the sacrifice that we throw into the volcano. I thought this was a game, but so far it's just a story. Members of the board, I am a woman of science. I believe in hard evidence, study, and facts. But even now, even I know now, the power of him. I am now a believer! Really? Great. What the fuck happened to him? Isn't he handsome, Doctor? He looks like a frickin' raisin. Ma'am? Shh. Almost there, Doctor. Almost there. Oh, God. That's so loud. Based on a short comic under the same name, featured in Let's Make Comics Tasty Anthology. This wasn't a game, but wow, what a ride. What the flying fart. So I'm guessing it doesn't matter what you choose, it's going to result the same. cat.trigger.itch.io for the comic version of Bad Faith. Then it just exits. But now I have to, literally hop back in here, open it back up while you're still here, and I'm going to choose through the top options and see if dialogue changes. And we're just going to zip through this because there's no reason to go through it all over again because I really doubt it's going to change. It's just going to change minor dialogue things that she's saying, so we're going to go skip. Skip. Skippy. A few weeks later. I can't skip fast enough. I'm not happy with this. I must skip faster. We're scanning! Scanning quickly! I'm just going to go through the first dialogue and see if anything changes. Because in the end, she believed in him. Okay, let's go optimistic. Maybe simply slower to respond. It may take a while. Okay. I'm not going to reread it. I mean, if you want to reread it, you can. Well, the boy was happening and gone further than we anticipated. So yeah, and then ends up being like the same thing. But then what happens if I talks about everything, and then we turn around and say, no, we want to initiate the scan, and then he loses what, 5 pounds? Let's be positive. I do empathize with her. She's kind of, but she's kind of a bit of a bitch. Won't be judged as mental, blah blah blah, overbearing. Who assume that makes an ass out of me and me alone. Yeah, it's just minor dialogue changes, so I'm not gonna bother because, yep, 5 pounds down. We're done. Well, this game was on itch. It's called Bad Faith. You can do a little search on it and find it if you want to check out all the rest of the dialogue. Other than that, that was an interesting thing. It wasn't a game per se, but it was still fun to play. So I thank you all for watching, and you have a wonderful day. Toodles!